FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Why do I think the counterculture failed in its efforts to transform the society, and do I think such a thing is possible today? Okay, so first of all, I think that the idea of a counterculture itself is a problem. The idea that you're going to invent a culture to stand outside the majority culture, and you're going to make a world that's so appealing and so inviting and so wonderful that when this one collapses, everyone is going to run over. Not going to happen. Lots of people out there that didn't want their kids to be around drugs, around long-haired, sexually libertine, experimental, crazy people. And we missed the opportunity to organize those people by being so attached to our own freedom. So looking at it in hindsight, counterculture condemns you to marginality, to being marginalized. So I don't think that the failure of the counterculture is a problem. I actually think it's a blessing, because what it means is that we're all now in the same culture together, and you can't tell who's who. You can't tell who's a change agent. So every single place that any one of us touches the culture is a juncture point at which we can press for change. If you study martial arts, you know that to change an adversary's direction, you have to contact him. But at the point of contact, the fall goes to the most conscious, not the biggest. So where we work, how we work, where we shop, how we shop, what we use, what we waste, what we don't, all of those are actions of change agency. And we can do that as a secret practice. No one knows we're doing it. So I don't think that the counterculture failed. I think we failed in all of our political agendas. We didn't end the war. We didn't end war. We didn't end racism. We didn't end imperialism. We didn't end capitalism. We didn't do a whole bunch of things. But on a cultural level, we won everything. So there's no place in the United States today where you can't go and find organic food, alternative spiritual practices, a women's movement, environmental groups, alternative medical practices. I mean, everybody's seeing a homeopathist, an acupuncturist, a healer, yoga practitioner, something like that. It's completely woven into the culture. The slow food movement. Restaurants like Chez Panisse and their ripple effect through the farms and through the restaurants in this area. All that has been a highly kind of invisible effect. And it endorses the diggers' first intuition that culture was a more powerful and enduring force than politics. So I don't think, when you ask, can it happen today? I think it is happening. All of our kids, my daughter's a PhD psychologist. All of her friends are young nurses and OBGYNs and doulas and people in the healing professions. All of those people are out there. And they're just doing their work, practicing compassion, taking care of the world, taking care of other people, invisibly. And my daughter wears high heels and lipstick and will dance all night long, and loves being a girly, but she'll grab a wrench, she'll fix a truck, she'll do whatever. And they've just internalized those values that their parents had to stumble clumsily, through the beginnings of feminism and the first grappling of men with feminine instincts and principles. They've just taken it on like kids today with cell phones and computers. They just play with it effortlessly. So I actually think it's evolved and it's evolved and it's evolved and still changing. And I'm actually, in that regard, I'm optimistic that we meaning our generation, managed to plant fundamental ideas about family, about tribe, about compassion, about looking and taking care of other people. And it's just, we can't see it because it doesn't have edges. It doesn't have it's like the self. It doesn't have a definite shape. It doesn't have a definite location. It doesn't have a definite form. So is it real or isn't it real? Well, we have the experience of having a self, even though we can't touch it. So I have this experience of this force that's dissipated through the entire culture, which feels pretty good.